Folks, it's your boy right here, man. MMA Reloaded. We are live and direct. You know what? Welcome to the first edition of Keys to Victory. So, with UFC 249 8 days away, I figured it was easier and better to say it and spray it than to type it and fucking fuck my fingers up. So, these are your UFC 249 keys to victory. And first we will start off with the two championship fights, two championship main events. First up, Bantamweight Championship of the World. Henry Cejudo, Triple C, or as I like to call him, Triple Douche. The ultimate dickhead. But a very talented dickhead. So, Henry Cejudo comes into this one as the reigning, defending UFC Bantamweight champion against the King of Kings, up until his last fight, was, and most probably still is, the best Bantamweight of all time. And pound for pound, definitely one of the best fighters of all time. Dominic, the Dominator Cruz. Now, folks, first key to victory is for Henry Cejudo. Let's start with the champ. Henry's keys to victory is to isolate Dominic Cruz's movement. Henry's so good at putting pressure on his opponents. He's great in the clinch. We saw it against Marlon Moraes. His knees in the clinch were fucking beautiful. Like him or not, the guy is so talented. His knees in the clinch were beautiful. He can't swing wild against... The biggest mistake he can do is swing wild against Dominic Cruz. Cruz is perhaps the best at using footwork in the UFC. Maybe in MMA overall. I mean, for Cejudo, his biggest asset would be exactly what Cody Garbrandt did. Put the pressure on. Which Henry Cejudo, we all know, can do it. Put the pressure on. Set up your takedowns. Like he did to Demetrius Johnson. He neutralized Demetrius' speed and striking with his wrestling. He caught Demetrius' kicks, shoved him back against the cage. Get Cruz back against the cage. If Cruz is against the cage, he's not moving. We can't underestimate Dominic Cruz wrestling. But we know Dominic Cruz is susceptible to the wrestling. He scrambled a lot with Cody Garbrandt. And then, we know... And then Henry Cejudo just needs to be smart. Don't swing wild. Use your wrestling. Isolate and put pressure. That's for Henry. For D. Cruz, it's a bit different. D. Cruz, use your footwork. Circle. Circle. Use your jab. We all know Cruz can circle and jab. So when he does this thing where he jabs at different angles and then puts the combinations together with his high kick as well. So that would catch Henry Cejudo, because Henry when he's swinging wild, he makes mistakes. So I would say to Dominic Cruz, use that combination. The jab, high kick, set up your kicks, and set up your double leg. Dominic Cruz is one of the best power doubles, I think, in the bantamweight division. So I think although against Uriah Faber, against TJ Dillashaw, and against Cody Garbrandt, we've seen how tough Dominic Cruz is. That's what makes him great. He's tough, finesse, and flash. But in this one, I would say hold back. I would say try and push it at your pace. Cejudo's great at putting the fight at his pace. But I would say push it at Dominic Cruz's pace. Circle. Just circle. Keep Cejudo guessing. I would say use your body kicks. Use your reach. Front kick to the body. I would say leg kicks. And I would say body kicks. But set up your combinations with your high kick. And capitalize. Capitalize. Don't let Henry Cejudo breathe. Don't let him come inside. If he comes inside, I would say to Cruz, back up, hold back, and slow down. Folks, up next on your key to victory is Tony Ferguson versus Justin Gaethje for the interim lightweight championship of the world. You know what? You got two men of steel invincible, superhuman, with supernatural ability. Tony Ferguson is coming into this one, folks, on a mission. He's coming in looking for gold. And he's not going to accept anything less. Justin Gaethje is coming in, win or lose, he's coming in to prove that he's one of the best. He's coming in to say that he said that if I win, I know I'm not going to be actually champ until I beat Khabib. But if he wins, I mean, think about what that does for the whole lightweight championship pick. So, folks, starting the keys to victory, we start with Tony Ferguson. For Tony, I would normally say fast start and push the pace early, walk him down, but that's not going to work with Justin. I would say time it, take the center of the cage, take the center of the octagon early, take the center early, strike first. I would say strike with leg kicks, strike with leg kicks, light him up. I would say circle a lot. Justin Gaethje isn't the most footwork guy. He's not the best at movement. He's flat-footed, but he walks forward the whole time. He cannot walk you down if you're circling. So Tony, circle, slow it down, push that pace, but hold your attacks back. Your combinations especially, use your boxing, use your jab, use that straight right hand. Even though Justin Gaethje's boxing is fucking beautiful to watch, his patience, especially in his last couple fights, are more reason for Tony to hold it back. You can't rush in against Justin Gaethje. And that's where most fans think Gaethje would have beaten Conor McGregor, is that fast start would have been countered with Justin's power. Tony Ferguson needs to use his speed, needs to use his combinations. His boxing is so crisp, so technical, especially if he connects with the straight jab, sets his right hand up with those jabs, the high kick. I would say get Justin guessing early. Front kicks to the body. I would say try and get some knees in there if you can in the pocket. Gaethje is good in the pocket. So I would say for Tony. For Justin Gaethje, for Gaethje I would say be patient. I would say look out and be aware. Because Tony could throw some different shit from different angles. He could be angling and circling, and as he moves in, he could be throwing that right hand, or he could be throwing a high kick at you. So I would say watch out for the angles. I would say keep an eye on Tony when he angles to his left and wants to throw that right hand. I would say don't get walked down. I would say to Justin, use your leg kick. I would say to Justin, use your leg kicks. Walk him down. Use those knees as well. When you're in the pocket, use your knees and use your uppercut to neutralize Tony. You have to put I would say for Justin to wrestle, but wrestling against Tony with his chokes and his triangles, guillotines, anacondas, I would say isn't the best thing for him to do. I would say for Justin to clinch. I would say for Justin to walk him down. Use your clinch game. Use your knees. Use your elbows. When you're in the clinch, use your uppercut. Try and dirty box Tony Ferguson. And watch out for your knees when you're inside. That would be Justin's best game, is to go inside. Make it a dogfight. He can take shots. And he can give them. Do what he did against Michael Johnson, where Johnson sort of tired himself out, but Tony's not going to tire out. So Justin needs to be intelligent with how he moves in, when he moves in, and when he throws big. If you throw big against Tony early, I'll tell you, if he can wrestle Tony, do it, but it's risky. So, you know what, folks, that one is so close. It's so close. Fucking hell, I mean, it's only 8 days away. Folks, we will break down the rest of the main card, if I have time, the prelims. But, folks, we are live on Sunday, May the 3rd. Sorry, my fault, I had a brain fart. Sunday, May the 3rd, where we sit with Bellator veteran and young MMA vet, gifted Gabriel Green, on the 5th of May. And folks, on the 5th of May, tune in, because we have a guy who I've actually grown to respect. He is the ranked 18th best bantamweight in the United States. He is Kevin Worth, Mr. Nice Guy, and we'll be sitting with him on the 5th of May. On the 9th, we will sit with King of the Cage, bantamweight champion Johnny Munoz, and the 9th will be a special show because the UFC will present UFC 249 that night, and for me to sit down with the King of the Cage champ on that night will be a pleasure. And also, folks, on the 16th, we have one championship superstar. We have a former Ultimate Fighter competitor, and one of the most electrifying, entertaining fighters you'll see compete in a cage, in a ring. You know what, folks? I just uploaded one of our one championship highlight reels. He is on it, throwing some crazy shit. He is none other than the Dragon Tan Lee. Folks, he will sit with us on the 16th of May. Tune in, man. MMA Reloaded is just getting bigger, badder, better and wilder. We resurrect MMA Reloaded. So, folks, of course, it's a page inspired by the people and for the people. So, folks, I hope you enjoy it. My heart goes out to people who are still losing loved ones. We are no way in any shape or form out of this crisis, this pandemic. You know what? The death toll just keeps going up. New cases keep going up, and it hurts so much. But I hope you guys stay strong, stay healthy, stay home. And I hope you guys still manage to tune in. 3 big shows, and I can't wait to bring them to you. Thank you so much.